You have driven past buildings like this and never noticed them. No sign, no logo, no windows. From the road, they look like oversized warehouses or distribution centers. But behind that blank facade is infrastructure worth hundreds of millions of dollars, storing data for governments, banks, hospitals, and the platforms you use every day. And the security protecting it is more layered, more paranoid, and more technically advanced than most military installations. Today, I am walking you through all 6 layers of physical security that protect a modern hyperscale data center. From the property line to the individual server rack, each layer assumes the one before it has already failed. The first layer starts at the property boundary, and the design philosophy is simple: deter, detect, delay. High security fencing, typically 2.4 to 3 meters tall, made of steel palisade or welded mesh with anti climb toppings. The fence is not there to stop a determined attacker, it is there to slow them down long enough for the next system to respond. Behind the fence line, K-rated bollards protect the building from vehicle-borne threats. These are concrete-filled steel posts rated to stop a 6,800 kilogram truck traveling at 80 kilometers per hour. Some facilities disguise bollards as planters or landscape features. The concrete blocks outside the building that look decorative are not decorative. Thermal long-range cameras monitor the perimeter 24 hours a day. Unlike standard CCTV, thermal cameras detect body heat, which means they work in total darkness, through rain, and in fog. Any movement near the fence line triggers an alert in the Security Operations Center before anyone gets close to the building. Some facilities add ground vibration sensors buried along the perimeter. Step on the ground within the detection zone, and the system knows exactly where you are. Getting past the fence does not get you to the building. Between the perimeter and the entrance, there is a controlled approach zone. Vehicle access is managed through security checkpoints with automatic number plate recognition. Every vehicle entering the campus is logged, and visitors must be pre-registered before they arrive. Unregistered vehicles are turned away. The approach is designed with no direct vehicle path to the building. Curved roads, chicanes, and additional bollard lines force vehicles to slow down, eliminating the possibility of a high-speed approach. Landscaping is part of the security design. There are no bushes, walls, or structures near the building that could provide concealment. Clear sight lines in every direction. The security team can see you coming from hundreds of meters away. You have made it to the front door. Now you have to prove who you are. The building entrance uses multi-factor authentication. A security badge alone is not enough. Visitors present government-issued ID, which is verified against a pre-registration list. Their photo is captured. They are issued a temporary visitor badge that grants access only to specific zones and specific time windows. For authorized employees, access requires badge plus biometric verification, fingerprint, palm vein, iris scan, or increasingly facial authentication. The biometric confirms that the person holding the badge is the person the badge was issued to. A stolen badge is useless without the matching biometric. And then comes the mantrap. A mantrap is a small chamber between 2 doors. The second door cannot open until the first is closed and locked. Inside the chamber, a weight sensor or overhead scanner verifies that only one person is present. If 2 people try to enter together, the system locks both doors and alerts security. This eliminates tailgating, which is the single most common way physical security is breached in high security facilities. One person holds the door for another. It seems polite. In a data center, It is a security failure. Even inside the building, access to the actual server rooms requires a second round of authentication, badge plus biometric, again at the data hall door. Not every employee can enter every zone. A cooling technician has access to the mechanical plant rooms, but not the server halls. A network engineer has access to their client's cage, but not the neighboring cage. Role-based access control ensures that no individual has more access than their job requires. Inside the data hall, every movement is tracked. CCTV with AI-powered analytics monitors for unusual behavior, someone spending too long at a rack, opening a cabinet they have not accessed before, or moving against normal traffic patterns. Anti-passback systems prevent a common trick using a badge to enter, then passing it back through a gap to let someone else in. If a badge was used to enter and has not been used to exit, it cannot be used to enter again. The system tracks who is inside at all times. In co-location facilities, where multiple customers share the same data hall, individual deployments are enclosed in locked cages. Each cage has its own access control, separate from the building-wide system. Server cabinets themselves can be individually locked with electronic locks that log every opening. Some facilities use combination locks that require both a physical key and an electronic code. The key is held by the customer. The code rotates daily. Every time a cabinet is opened, the event is logged. Who, when, and for how long. These logs are retained for years and are auditable by the customer at any time. Behind all 6 layers sits a 24/7 staffed security operations center. This is the nerve center where every camera feed, every access event, every alarm, and every anomaly is monitored in real time. The SOC integrates physical security with cybersecurity. If someone badges into a server room in London, but simultaneously logs into that same client's infrastructure from an IP address in another country, the system flags an impossible travel scenario and locks down access immediately. All security footage is retained for a minimum of 90 days, often longer. In the event of an incident, the entire chain of events can be reconstructed from the moment a person entered the property to the moment they touched a specific server. From the road, it looks like nothing, a box, a warehouse, something you would drive past without a second thought. But between the road and the data on those servers, there are 6 layers of security, each designed to work independently, each assuming the layer before it has already been breached. Fencing, approach control, biometric authentication, mantraps, role-based zone access, locked cages, audited cabinets, and a 24/7 operations center watching everything. The most sensitive data in the world is protected not by firewalls alone, but by concrete, steel biometrics, and buildings that are designed from the ground up to be impenetrable. Next time, I am covering the hidden supply chain crisis that is threatening to stall every data center build in the world. Transformers, generators, and switchgear, the equipment you cannot build a data center without, are now taking up to 4 years to deliver. That story is wilder than it sounds.